Hello Airsoft friends, and welcome to this video today, where today I'm actually doing a video on something I was quite surprised at how much I liked it, because I didn't think I was actually going to like it too much. But like I said, I was very much surprised, and I'm hoping that you're going to be surprised as well too, by the things I'm going to be talking about in this video. But before we get into that, hit that subscribe button. It's down there. You're going to love the content. You're watching it already, which means that YouTube must think that you like it, and if YouTube thinks you like it, then that must be true. But YouTube as well, just so you know, the physical reviewer person who's going to be watching this video, who I imagine will be, because my video is always going through to that version of review. These things on the wall are toys. You can't really see loads of them there, but there you go. They're all toys. Everything I refer to in this video is toys, and there's going to be some Airsoft gameplay footage in this video as well, in which case, just to let you know, we're all playing in a safe environment, everyone's consented, everybody is insured, and everybody has signed a little bit of paper to say that they're happy with that fact. So please, physical YouTube man in real life and YouTube robots, allow this video just to exist on the YouTube platform. Please, I beg you. Also, a big thank you to all my patrons. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, everyone. You are lovely. But what item could I be talking about that I was so surprised about? Well, it is the Novritsch ClipCam, and it's in this tiny little boxy here. And the ClipCam is essentially Novritsch's very first scope cam that they've made for you to record gameplay content with your Airsoft riffs when you play Airsoft games. But why would you want to use this over some of the other cameras available? Well, there's probably a lot of reasons why you'd want to use other cameras over this one, but when I ran and used this the other day, I actually found that I really quite enjoyed using this camera for what it is, because it's quite different in terms of the functionality that it has around against the other cameras that are out there. And it may be that this functionality is absolutely perfect for what you want, or it may be that this functionality is nowhere near what it is that you're looking for what you want from a camera. But either way, let's have a little look into it, what this bloody thing is, and we'll see if it's something that you may like to use one day yourself. So it comes in this tiny little box here, not tons of information on there, apart from it does say ClipCam on the back. So if we lift the little top bit off, we can see that there is our ClipCam in there. I mean, there's not that's the unboxing. There's not too much extra about it. You can take this fluffy bit out there, and then there's a cable in there, and then there's a booklet, and there's a QR code, so you can download software to run it as well, because it does connect to your phone, so you can put clips onto your phone, and then you can put it onto your social media. But we're going to get more into that a bit later on. Got a button on the top, which is the power button, which if you hold it down like this, it beeps and turns on, and this little light here flashes. Now this is going to continue flashing for 13 seconds, at which point it will either slow flash or stop flashing. I can't remember exactly which one. There's a little red light here coming on, which means the battery is low, so I do need to charge it. If I take this little rubber bar out here, you've got a little USB-C port. This here is a button too. So the blue light has now stopped flashing. This is a button here too. There's your lens with your camera-y bits all on the inside there, so you can see all the Airsoft stuff. This is your mount, so it's got a Picatinny mount, so you can mount it to any Picatinny rail. And I like the fact that they've integrated a heat spreader in the bottom of the camera, so this will dissipate heat when you're playing Airsoft, which means the camera shouldn't get too hot. I mean, it's got plastic all on the top and this nice little heat spreadery bit here, so that should be enough to stop you from getting overheated, which is an issue that other cameras do have, to be fair. They do have that issue, which is a bit of a shame. You're playing Airsoft. I'll put that back on there to keep it nice and safe. And then let's just say that you've shot someone. You press this button here. This flashes for 3 seconds. And then it goes solid again, which means it's ready to go. Now, but why does it do that? Well, I'm going to explain what happens. Now, this camera is constantly recording. It is recording all of the time. And you may be like, well, that's no different to any other camera that's out in the market. But you're wrong, actually. Well, you're semi-wrong, because some other cameras on the market do have a similar functionality to the ClipCam, but this is the ClipCam sole function and purpose why it exists. So it's constantly recording, but it doesn't save those files. What it does is it records over itself. Then when you press the button, it saves the last 13 seconds up until the button push, followed by the next 3 seconds afterwards. So you get 16-second clips every single time you press that button. And it's actually really quite handy, because it means that when you're playing Airsoft, and you come to the edit at the end of the day, or you just want to share some clips onto social media, you've just got a load of clips of you getting really nice like kills on people, or potentially you're just doing it to see if they called the hits or not, in which case most of the time you actually haven't hit the person. So it's very humbling to go back and watch those clips. Now, if you are a YouTuber, if you're making like a lot of long form content, then straight up this isn't for you. Just because when you're making YouTube content, sometimes you want to like show some footage of you stalking an enemy. Maybe there's like a lot of time of them like walking around where you're getting the right shot, and the clip time won't be long enough. And you know, it's nice to have, when you're sat in the edit, just access to all of the footage, so then you can decide creatively what you want to do with it. If you've only got 16-second clips of like the key points, it reduces your ability to do that. Also, as the way it records 1080p but in a square. So it's not 1080p wide, it's not 1920 by 1080, it's 1080 vertically and 1080 horizontal, so you get it recorded in a square. Now, it's not necessarily the end of the world if you do want to do YouTube content with it, because you can just add a scope overlay to it, so you can add your circle scope, black the sides of it, and it kind of makes it more kind of immersive, as if you are looking at them through a scope, which is quite a cool thing to do and then look like as well. But if you do want to do like a full widescreen like of the footage, you would need to enlarge it to hit the sides of it. But personally, I would just recommend adding a kind of overlay on it to give your video more of a feel of looking through a scope, and then you don't like expand the footage and lose any of the quality there as well. So yeah, if you want to do it for full-length YouTube videos, you can indeed do that. But like the name suggests, it's called the ClipCam, and it's designed specifically to record short clips. You can then link it up to your phone, which I have my phone here, and I will do some screen recording to show you the process behind getting the clips from the camera onto your phone. Now, in order to do that, you need to turn the camera on and then turn the Wi-Fi on, and you do that by pressing this power button once, and then this little yellow light comes on, which means that the Wi-Fi is on, or it flashes while it's connecting, and then it goes solid while you're connected to it. So I'm connected to it right now. I've gone into the Novritsch Connect app, where I've got the ClipCam or the Bluetooth timer target. The Bluetooth timer target I'm actually going to be doing some videos on as well, because it's a really handy target to have. So if you're interested in a target, make sure you hit that subscribe button, so then you can enjoy that content when it comes out. But for now, we're going to go into the ClipCam, and we're going to connect to it. It's thinking about it, and now we are connected. And look, boom, we get a live view feed of everything that we're looking at. Of course, it's out of focus though, because the lens is going to be focused for a distance in the future, so you can see airsoft stuff. Because if it could focus at this like distance, then your airsoft footage probably wouldn't look that great. But hey, there we go. You'll also see it's plugged in because the battery like died when I was like started to use it, so it's charging now. But I will talk to you a little bit more about battery life a little bit later on. Anyway, so we're in the app now. We can change the zoom amount, so we've got 1 times, 2 times, and 3 times. But we're going to leave it on 1 times because it's all digital zoom as well. So anything like that you can change in the edit. However, if you're not going to be editing it and you're just going to be uploading it straight to Instagram or like social media, things like that, and you're using a sniper rifle, then it may do you good to put it onto 2 times or 3 times, unless you can rescale it in those apps themselves. We can go into the settings of the camera like this, but to be honest with you, there's not really anything in there that you need to change, because everything has been optimized on the camera just to make it work and go. Like with run cams, you can go in there and you can change like the exposure limits, you can change the focus type, and there's all these other things that you can do. You can change like the sharpness and the color, but to be honest with you, a lot of that stuff you just don't really need to mess around with. And especially if you're just like a casual person who wants to make a few clips for your Instagram to send to your friends, to show your family what airsoft is, because they're concerned that you just like to run around in the woods shooting children with guns. Yeah, when we explain airsoft, we often get strange looks. This is a really great way for us just to quickly and easily show them what airsoft is by getting nice like clips to show them. But what are the clips that we've got so far? Well, let's come out of settings and go into media. Now in media, I've got local, which is the ones that I've already saved from the camera to my phone, and I've got camera, which is all the clips that were saved onto the camera. And I think I've got like 44, 45 clips on here already, and these are all clips of me playing airsoft and taking people out, or some of them are taking people out. Some of them is me just like doing the record thing so I can check to see if people called their hits a little bit later on. But let's look at one of them. Let's look at this clip here. Oh, so this is me taking people's feet out when they're walking past a car. Oh! Yeah, take that. I am a demon around ankles. And what's this one? Oh, I think this is one where I actually shoot a guy. Oh no, look at that. There's crossing. He's at the back there. Cross, 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 cross. Boom, 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 boom. So that's probably like maybe 2. Oh, and that guy in the window. He's dead as well. So that was like, what, 3 kill little streak there? Very cool, very handy. And that one, I didn't actually upload any of these on Instagram yet. I probably should do, because these are cool clips. It'd be nice to show people that I actually do play Airsoft, because it's been a while since I've done actually any gameplay content. And this one, look at this. I see a guy appear. But look at that, boom! That was a very quick flick kill on that guy. Ah, yeah. So those are the ones that I've just saved off initially. But you can literally just go through and there's, I mean, is this a kill I got on a guy? If I skip through a little bit. Oh. No, so I definitely missed that guy. What about this one? It's handy too, because generally you know that the kill is going to be like half to 3/4 of the way through the video. So it's nice. Oh no, I did get that guy, look at that, boom. So there's a man somewhere, I've got some shots off, and look, boom, take that. See, I can play Airsoft. Let's go. This is actually the site I'm playing at. It's called Spec Ops, and it's a new indoor CQB site in Milton Keynes, or near Milton Keynes. So if you're near there and you want to play there, I'd highly recommend it. They do evening games on Wednesdays, and sometimes they do it on Fridays. I think they do like every other Friday. And you know what? I'm not like a CQB person. And when I rocked up there, I was like, I do not know how this is going to go. I'm not looking forward to this. And you know what? I actually had a really, really good time. And like, you walk in there and it's pretty much just like one kind of like small farm, barn, warehousey type place with tons of obstacles and stuff. It all looks really quite close. And I was like, this doesn't really look quite my cup of tea. But because the spawns are so close, and the games are quick and there's not a long way to go, you actually get tons and tons of gameplay time in. You feel like you can always push and always rush because the spawns are really close. And yeah, the guys there have done a really good job. I think Carlos, he's a manager, maybe he's a site owner, I think he's the manager, but Carlos, you've done really good there. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me and my little squad come. We'll definitely be coming back again. And thank you for taking these juicy pictures of my bottom and uploading them to Facebook like this. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen this kind of thing happen, but hey, I'm happy to bring the booty back if you want to take some pics of it. And that's the functionality really of the camera. Like once you've got them saved to your phone, you can then just go into Instagram, upload them. The other cool thing as well that you can do in the Novritsch app with it is you can actually rotate the footage, because this has got a like Picatinny on it. Say for example, I've got my Evo here, and you know, I couldn't mount it on the top because I've got my iron sight in the way. You could mount it on this side, you can mount it on this side, or you could even mount it underneath. But you may be thinking, won't that make the footage be all flipped and upside down and whatnot? And you know what, actually, yes. But when you're in the app here, you can just rotate it like this, boo, or like this, boo, 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 and you can rotate it around to make it to the right place that you want. So you can literally mount it on any rail, any 90-degree rail on your riff, rotate it in app, then save it to your phone, and then you can upload it to your social media of choice. So yeah, like it's really quite nifty that way. Now we did see earlier that I had it on charge because the battery died, and you may be thinking, oh, that makes me a little bit worried about battery life. Is it going to last all day? What's going to do with it? Is it going to be fine? And you know what? It was dead before I took it out to the game day. I had it charging in a car all the way there, and it was about, I think, an hour's drive. It was probably charging for about an hour or so from my cheeky power bank here, and it managed to last the entire game session, which would have been about 2.5 hours or so. But then again, you know, it's off in between sessions. But I wasn't charging it in between sessions. So in terms of battery life, to be fair, my experience of it has been pretty good, and it does seem to charge really quickly. So if you do want to take it out to a game day, with all cameras though, I'd either recommend taking a spare battery or charging it up, whichever one you've got the ability to. This one you don't have the ability of a spare battery, so just charge it up, make sure it's full, and then if you do want to use it like for the whole day, morning and afternoon, because I was only using it for an evening game, just plug it in during lunchtime to top up the charge for you as well. Yeah. In terms of storage, it only comes with 32 gigabytes internal storage, so there's no memory card for you to change, improve, upgrade on there. But you know what? That's perfectly fine, because it only saves those 16-second clips, remember, and you can get bloody loads of them on there, which is really good to see. With my run cams, I think I run them with 256 gig memory cards, and when I come to edit my my full-length videos, it's they're very big files, and there's a lot to like wade through and whatnot. Whereas with this, it literally is just like clip, 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 clip. And you can make it easier to, like, if you have got long form content, you can sync it up as well. So if you've got like a head cam and a face cam or something, you can still sync everything up together. You can use like the Premiere auto sync feature, and because it beeps, because the camera beeps, originally I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying, but actually when you come to syncing up the audio in the edit, on your head cam and your face cam, you have the beep in the waveform, and then it's really quite easy to sync all those up as well, because you can just take all the clips from the ClipCam, have them already in order when you import them, and then you can sync them up to those waveforms there, and actually, yeah, it goes pretty quickly and easy as well. And do you know what? It reduces my stress I have when I film gameplays as well. I can't really explain why, because I've still got a camera on my wrist, and I'm still trying to get, you know, like eliminations, but for some reason I felt more relaxed about it. Like, you know, when I've got cameras on, I feel very much like I need to make sure I'm getting content. I need to make these plays. I need to get these eliminations. But when I had this on here, it kind of felt like it didn't really matter too much, because, you know, I'm kind of doing it more casually, but also at the same time I'm recording everything that's important anyway. And it was nice because it felt like I was eliminating the stress of the edit while I was filming, and I love doing stuff like that. Like even now, the way that I filmed this video, if I kind of come to here, you've got my little Stream Deck device here, and I use this to zoom in and change camera angles while I'm talking to you, and it makes it so much faster and easier to edit, and it makes me a lot less stressed as well while I'm doing it too, which is, you know, just kind of like wins all around. The other thing which is great about this is that it's a very cheap camera. It's very cost effective. You can get them right now from the Novritsch website, and you know what? The cost that this is and the functionality and the way that it makes me feel, I'm actually genuinely really surprised about it. I thought this was going to be a product that I was going to get, try once, and then be like, you know what, thank you, but no. And it's actually something which I'm really happy about, because, you know, if I do want to go out and film, I don't have to worry about making sure that my memory cards are ready to go in it, because it's got the integrated memory inside. I don't have to worry about the batteries being all charged up and whatnot, because they charge really quickly and they last long enough for me to, you know, get what I want. And I don't need to worry about having super long clips to edit about at the end of the day, because everything's already in a nice little like clip format. And if I've had some really banger clips happen, I can just put them straight onto Instagram while I'm at the site. Like, it's just, there's so many positives about it. I'm very happy about it. Like, I'm sad that there isn't the option to do the long form recording. I'm sad that you only like record in the square and not like the wide 1080. And you know, there are things that I would like to see in like a version 2. And also, you know, it's nice to be able to upgrade the memory inside of it. Like, if you did have like a memory card and you could put a big one in there, then it would be nice. But you only need that if it records long form content. And you know what? After using it, I actually feel like it's better this way, because this is like a casual grab it, get some clips camera, and I didn't actually realise that that was something that I wanted until I played with it. And yeah, now I must say I'm really happy with it. So thank you, Novritsch, for sending this to me. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to be taking this out more in future and getting more clips with it and putting them straight onto the internet for you guys to enjoy. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, hit the subscribe buttons, and yeah, more content to come. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.